I'd be remiss if I didn't start the questions with everybody's concerned about Jalen Moore. I'm sure you're
Yeah.
probably at the top of that list.
Sure.
But,
Yeah. Yeah.
obviously it was a great opportunity for Marcus in particular. So
Right.
let's address, in as much as you know, where Jalen is right now, and then talk a little bit about Marcus's ability, to really come in and get, he had some snaps at Savannah State. That's a very different kind of game
Right. Right.
than
Right.
you ran on Saturday, and talk about what you saw from him and how you're feeling about the prospects because, with Terrence out, he's the man going forward
Right.
behind Jalen. So
Right.
if you'll address those two, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah. Well, Jalen, it was disappointing because he started fast, was playing well, and felt like he was, we were really about to settle in for a nice day for him. And unfortunately, turned his ankle a little bit and wasn't able to come back. And he's kind of day to day right now. We'll see. I mean, today being the off day, I mean, we'll have a little better feel tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it was nice to see Marcus get in there and play well. I thought that he was really good with the ball in his hands, but then also just being able to flow in the offense. And we really didn't skip a beat, and there wasn't a lot of hiccups at all with him or Dietrich. And so that was good to see. I thought Marcus played well. I thought he ran hard. He broke a few tackles, made some big plays for us, had a big third down. I mean, a couple big third downs. So yeah, he did a nice job.
In terms of bringing Marcus or Dietrich in, it would be understandable if these were aspects of their game that weren't as smooth right now. How do you feel with them about it's kind of like you said, the flow of the offense? Not everything is getting the ball in your hands.
Yeah,
Sometimes
right.
it's reading a blitz or picking up a block or
Correct.
realizing when to release on a flare pattern or whatever. How far along are those guys in terms of being able to kind of run everything you'd like them to be able to
We
run?
feel pretty confident with them, and they picked it up well. Marcus has really come a long ways from last spring to where he is now. Dietrich is a quick learner. He's done well. I really felt like we in all those plays out of those two guys really had one mental error, which was if you'd have told me that ahead of time, I'd say yeah, I'd take that. And so I feel like, and I think Coach Satterfield feels like that, we can do about what we want with either one of those guys in there.
Okay. Also, have to address the kicking situation a little bit. Obviously, Michael had a tough day on Saturday. I guess I would ask probably two questions there. One, and I realize kicking's a little bit like hitting a good golf shot. It's probably a different mechanic than almost anything else you guys do on the field.
Right.
So it's probably not as simple as just whittling it down to just one thing.
Right.
The mental aspect is also huge there. What do you see going on with Michael right now? And then question number two, I think that has to be asked is, and not that you guys aren't in competition every week, but
Right.
Is there more of maybe an open competition for kicking duties for this week?
Sure. Yeah. Unfortunately, he had a little rut on Saturday and didn't kick very well. And his first ball he hit great, and the second one comes off the upright, and then the next two I'm sure he'd like to have back. And so yeah, there you want to have established starters really everywhere on your team, and particularly as specialists, but. Yeah, the competition will ramp up a little bit this week, and a little bit more than it has been probably. Mike settled in last year, ended up had a great year for us. This year he's 9 of 15, but those last couple weeks have had some misses that I know he'd like to have back, and are quite frankly are kicks we need to knock down. Those points that we're leaving on the field. And so in that respect, it is like other positions. I mean, you got to have competition. You got to see make a decision who you're going to go with, and that's really not a slight towards him at all. I mean, we do have confidence in him, and I think there's a great chance he's going to work himself out on. He'll be just fine. But with that being said, it's we'll have a little more competition this week certainly.
Turning to UMass a little bit, I know you guys are very early in film study this week. Looking at them defensively, it looks like they're probably a little better against the pass than they have against the run. Teams have been successful in running against them. I'll say that. In terms of kind of lining up and going straight at them this week, any initial thoughts on where you think the opportunities may lie there?
Well, it does seem like we would have a chance to run the football, and I don't know if it's more so about them, but more about us. I mean, that's kind of what we're built to do, and it's hard though because we threw the ball so well last week and had such good timing in the passing game. So if you see opportunities to throw the ball, you certainly want to take advantage of those. But yeah, we're always going to look to establish a run. That's what we like to do. That's what we feel like we can have success doing with the guys that we have up front. So yeah, I do think we have opportunity to run it.
Should do me.